Welcome to The Explainer. We're about to map out a business strategy that is, and I mean this literally, out of this world.
So, is your business plan written in the stars? You know, it might sound like a bit of a stretch, but for a professional astrologer, the answer isn't just yes, it's everything. Your business plan is right there in your birth chart. We're going to explore exactly how to turn that chart into a powerful, authentic business plan.
Okay, so to make this super practical, we're going to follow the journey of a hypothetical astrologer. And you can see their birth chart right here. This chart, it's their entire business blueprint. I'm talking every single step, from getting started all the way to scaling up. It's all guided by the planets and placements you're looking at.
So, here's our roadmap for building this cosmic business. First up, we'll lay down a solid Saturnian foundation. Then we'll get into branding, marketing your niche, figuring out pricing, and finally, how to use the moon's cycles to scale without burning out.
All right, first things first. Before we can reach for the stars, we've got to have solid ground beneath our feet, right? And in business, that structure, that bedrock, that is pure Saturn. Seriously, think about it. A business plan is such a Saturnian thing to do. It's all about discipline, structure, and yeah, putting in that hard work to build something that's actually going to last.
And these must-haves you see here? This is the nuts and bolts of that Saturnian foundation. This is your root system. A clear mission, knowing exactly who you're talking to, having a real budget. These are the things that anchor you. Without them, even the most amazing idea is just going to float away. It won't have a chance to take root and really thrive.
Okay, so our foundation is set. Now let's get to the fun part, how the world actually sees you. We're talking about your brand, your public identity. And in your chart, this is all defined by two super important angles, your midheaven and your ascendant. So think of it like this. Your midheaven, the MC, that's your public brand. It's your reputation, the legacy you're building. But your ascendant, your rising sign, that's your communication style. It's how you deliver your message. And here's the absolute key. For your brand to feel authentic, these two have to work together. They have to be in harmony. The promise you make to the public has to match the way you actually show up and talk to them.
Let's go back to our case study. Their midheaven is in Pisces. Right away, that tells us so much. Their brand needs to feel intuitive, creative, spiritually deep, maybe even a little magical, right? Their whole public reputation is going to be built on connecting with people through that kind of deep, empathetic, and transcendent wisdom. And then, how do they deliver that brand? Well, they have a Gemini ascendant, so their authentic voice is going to be curious, quick, adaptable, and full of information. And see, this is that beautiful harmony in action. You get the deep, mystical Pisces message, but it's delivered through the clear, clever, and super versatile channel of Gemini. It's the perfect combo.
Okay, so we've got a brand identity. Now, how do we market it? How does the chart help you actually stand out from the crowd? Because let's be real, we're in a total renaissance of astrology right now, which is amazing, but it also means finding your specific niche is, well, it's everything.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. If you try to speak to everyone, you end up speaking to no one. It's so true. With tons of astrologers out there, you can't be a generalist anymore. Specializing isn't just a nice idea, it's absolutely essential. You got to be the go-to person who solves a specific problem for a specific group of people.
So where in the chart do we find this niche? You look to the chart ruler. It's like the captain of the ship. It steers the whole chart. For a Gemini rising, the ruler is always Mercury, the planet of communication. Now in this chart, Mercury is in the nurturing, sensitive sign of Cancer, and it's in the first house of self and identity. Boom! Right there is a super powerful niche, helping clients use communication to understand their deepest emotional needs, their family history, and what makes them feel secure. That's not just a niche, that's a unique selling proposition. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, money. How in the world do you put a price tag on this ancient wisdom? This is a tough one for so many practitioners, but guess what? Your chart can actually give you some guidance here too. First things first, let's just get grounded in reality for a second. Take a look at this table. It shows what professional, experienced astrologers are actually charging right now. And you can see a pretty clear pattern, right? The more experience, the higher the price. The big takeaway here is you don't want to sell yourself short. Pricing too low can make people think you don't value your own work. But you also have to be realistic about where you are on your path.
Now, astrologically, there's this really cool concept called essential dignity. It's a traditional way to see how strong a planet is, just based on its sign. Like a planet in its home sign is super strong and confident. Think of this as a metaphor for your own confidence in your skills. When you feel that essential dignity in your work, you can stand tall and charge a price that truly reflects the value you bring.
Because at the end of the day, your price is an emotional signal. It's way more than just a number. It's a reflection of the unique solution you're providing for someone's pain points. So it has to align with your confidence, your experience, and that amazing unique selling proposition we found written right there in your chart.
Okay, so launching a business is one thing, but what about keeping it going? How do you sustain that momentum without totally burning yourself out? Well, for that, we look up to the natural, predictable rhythm of the moon.
This right here is a total game changer. I'm not kidding. Instead of just grinding 24/7 and forcing creativity when it's not there, you can sync your content creation to the moon's 8 phases. So at the new moon, you brainstorm and plan. As the moon gets bigger, you draft and refine. The full moon, that's your peak energy, time to launch and publish. And then, as the moon wanes, you share, you analyze, and, this is the most important part, you rest. It creates this amazing, sustainable workflow that's designed to prevent burnout.
And here's what that actually looks like in the real world. This is a little content plan for our practitioner for spring 2026. See how it works? When the moon's in fiery Aries, they launch a bold new announcement. When it moves into earthy Taurus, they post about the practical value they offer. And when the moon hits their Gemini ascendant, perfect time for some quick educational tips or a fast fact series. You're letting the energy of the moon sign guide your message every single day. How cool is that?
So, there you have it. Your own birth chart gives you the blueprint. Your brand, your niche, it's all in there. The market out there provides the need. And the moon gives you the rhythm to build a practice that's not just thriving, but sustainable and authentically you. The cosmos is literally offering you a rhythm for growth. The only question left is, are you ready to sync up with it?